Morning, everybody. It's 9:04, and this is your pre-opening comment for Thursday, the 4th of April, and it is video number 2135. And because it's Thursday, it's claims day. Okay, so before the claims came out, the Dow was up 130, the Nasdaq was up 105, and the S&P was up 23. And the claims came in minorly above. Initial claims 221,000. That was only up 9,000, and continuing claims, which we like to see above 1.8 million, came in at 1.791 versus 1.810. And so the numbers are a little bit stronger than most people would like to see. We also had the trade deficit come out, and that was 68.9 billion versus 67.7 billion that was expected. The only other information we have coming today is at 10:30. It's the EIA nat gas inventories. So the we had earnings yesterday from Levi Strauss, Levi. And this is the jeans maker, as everyone I'm sure knows. And we had not only a beat, but we also had really good guidance going forward. The stock had closed 1866, and that was down 8 cents. After the earnings came, it actually made a new low on the day. The low was 1842, made a new low at 1827 before turning on a dime as the guidance was coming out and ran up to 2085. So for a little stock like this, little stock of a big company, that was a pretty decent move. And this morning, it has been over 81. Let me just get that number so I have it exactly. Levi. The high for the day this morning is 2139, and the last is 2120, and that's up 254, or just short of 14%, which for Levi is, a great deal. Remember now, this company has been public, private, public, private, and is public again. Okay, also another one of our stocks, Paramount Global, which is the old VIAC, which is CBS Viacom. And this one, we've been all over the place. There's a problem with the deal that they're making. I think it kind of shortchanges everyone who is a shareholder of Paramount. The reason I say that is because Paramount is 80% controlled by Sherry Redstone. She and her father built National Amusements. That's who controls it. I haven't really seen how the numbers break down, but to give you an idea, the stock yesterday got as high as 1380. The close was 1352. And so far this morning, the stock is actually down a little at $13. That's down 52 cents, or about 4%. As I said, the problem is that nobody really understands exactly how this deal is going to play out for the shareholders. So, you know, that is ongoing. Now, I originally bought this stock for $21, wrote options against it many times, plus it paid 5% as a dividend. And we bought the stock in 2020. So basically, we've had 3.5 years of 5% dividend. And I also sold stock at 45.84 50.27, 58.73, and 64.81. I added to it a couple of months ago at 15.06. So basically, we've taken about $7,000 out of the stock plus the dividends. And right now, if it were to be a deal at where it is right now, we would be looking at a loss of about $500 on the 100 shares that we own. $400 loss on the stock that we bought at 22.48, and $100 worth of loss on the 50 shares that we bought at 15.06. So I take those kind of numbers any day of the week. We also had earnings this morning from symbol LW. That's Lamb Weston, and they are in the packaged food business, and they were a huge miss and not great guidance. The stock closed yesterday. Let's just see where it closed. The stock closed yesterday at 101.12. It's down this year from a high of 112 about, and that was pretty much an all-time high. So when the news hit on this one, we came down like a rock. The low for the day so far is 83.02, and the last is 89.83. That's down $11.12, and that's about 11%. It's a pretty ugly looking chart because it really breaks to the downside. The chart on the screen is the silver, and it's actually unchanged for the first day in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of higher highs and higher lows. And in the SLV, we actually left gaps on the upside in this name. We're in a terrible position with the options. We're in the SLV 22 and a half puts, and we have an average price of about 16 cents or so. Maybe 20 cents, I'm sorry. And they closed two bid offered at 3 last night. But again, I want to reiterate, this is the advantage of taking appropriate sized positions. We have a position equal to 1.7% of the option account. And in the option account, we are actually up just under 26%. So 1.7% position, if it's a complete blowout to zero. And I'm not sure that's the case because it still has 7 trading days to go, including today. 1.7% versus 26% up is really an appropriate sizing. So, while I don't like to lose money on any of them, this one is certainly manageable. As you can see, this is the weekly. We look pretty strong here. On the week, we're up $2.13 on a commodity that closed at 24. I mean, that's a 10% move, or pretty close to it. This is, however, where silver goes to die, where bull markets in silver go to die. Wouldn't surprise me to see it back at 25 and a half, 26, even just to test this if it's going higher. And frankly, the long-term look at this shows you that it's a really nice pattern here, nice bottom, but we are with the gold making new all-time highs. This one with a high of about $50 is still 50% away. MACD looks like it may roll over or it may break to the upside, so we'll have to look at that. The one thing that I am looking at today is nat gas, and I'll show you why. Um, I'm still bullish of nat gas over the long term. It is the cleanest of the fossil fuels, and so I think it's an excellent bridge to going from the worst of the fossil fuels into uh, you know a bridge to the alternative energies. Now, this is a 1 year, so you can see how we came down here. We actually came down from a lot higher, almost $10. But here's what I want to show you: 5 and 20-day moving averages crossed to the upside here, went from $1.81 to 206, came back down, went through the downside, made a higher low, and it looks like we're going to cross again. MACD looks like it's going to cross again. I may buy the UNG, give you a look at that just so you know. I may buy the UNG calls, but I'm going to go out. Um, I'm going to go out a distance in them. 1 second, this is not what I want. UNG nat gas. Okay. I'm going to probably buy the 16s, but I'm going to buy them for May, not for April. So it'll give us a little time. I wouldn't be surprised to see it go from 16 to 18. I wouldn't even be surprised to see it go to 20. So we'll keep a close watch on this. You can see here we're really getting close to a rally, and the position size will be appropriate. Okay, so currently Dow futures up 240 versus the 130 it was up prior to the claims and trade numbers. Nasdaq has gone from up 105 to up 179, and the S&P has gone from up 23 to up 37. So it looks like we're going to have a solid open. All right, folks, I'll be back later. Have a good one.